I'll start with Fleming. That 3-run second inning kind of felt like it snowballed a little bit, but what did you see from him?
A fairly unique play took place. You know, we got two guys that are elite at covering ground, and they just got tangled up. Randy, the ball hit off his foot or leg or something, kind of ricocheted. So it was kind of messed up play from the beginning. I thought Flem, you know, he did some good things, and he did some things that he'd probably like to some pitches he'd like to have back. Ultimately, the A's did a nice job of making an adjustment to him after seeing what he was featuring and getting the ball up, and then finding plenty of holes to spray hits all over the ballpark.
Yeah, I was going to mention Oakland just seemed like their offense today and yesterday as well. Maybe didn't let up. I guess what did you see there?
They played a really good series against us. All 4 games, their bats were really competitive. They've done a nice job, mix of some veteran guys and some younger players that are getting opportunities, and that staff has done a good job, and they put it to us 3 out of 4.
What were your thoughts about Phoenix's MLB debut?
Really impressed, encouraged, and grateful. He had gone 2 1/3, I think, 4 days ago. We had a 40 pitch mark on him. That's not easy to do, go 40 pitches in 3 innings when you're making your debut. But after his first couple batters, he settled in and just attacked with all of his pitches. So very encouraged by that.
Kevin, that play you mentioned with KK and Randy, is there anything you said is unique? Is there anything you can kind of break down there and correct moving forward, or just one of those plays?
No, I don't think so. I'm guessing there was communication, but ultimately you got 2 guys that are going for the ball. Randy kind of dove to try to prevent the guy from coming around third base, or from first to third going to home, and it just didn't work out.
Like Irvin kind of took the square up, really attacked. Not a whole lot there.
Yeah, he threw a lot of strikes. And I know we made early outs, but I can't really fault the guys. If you're seeing strikes, we want you to swing at balls in the zone and look from the side. That he just had enough on his fastball, enough separation between his off-speed pitches that kind of kept us off balance. We hit some balls hard, but not enough.
I know you used a lot of pitchers, but you had 19 walks issued in this series. That's more than you used to, obviously.
Yeah. Well, there's been a couple things that that have happened a little more than we're used to. I mean, we're down a little bit with some starting pitching, and that kind of takes shape for the rest of the pitching staff. So I think that's somewhat reflective.
Is that really the biggest challenge, Kev, going forward in a 13-13 start? Is how to manage that pitching staff when you're down starting pitchers now?
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's generally managing the pitching staff is probably the biggest challenge or biggest discussion point that we have on a daily basis. We want to do right by guys, but what we've seen over the last 4 days is kind of uncanny with the amount of injuries, just not getting deep enough into ball games, and it's really taxed us.
Bilau's gotten into a couple of balls.
Yeah.
See him get off to a good start.
It is very, very encouraged by that. I mean, we talked about enough last year, the slow start, and I don't think he's made some drastic adjustment to avoid that. He's just handled some pitches that maybe he didn't handle last year at the beginning. But Bilau's a very special player, and when he gets pitches that he can handle, he can do a lot of damage.